So this is not. I'm noticing that pattern. Well, I don't know why I do that now. Anyway, so this isn't a reaction video. I'm just showing an example, okay? And then I'm gonna talk about it. But this woman, you probably can't see. Let me see, get that off. Anyway, I'll let her talk.
Things my man does that would send a low-effort man into a coma. Me and my man have been together 11 months. He got my ring after 1 month of dating, and he proposed after 10. When we first started dating, I lived in an apartment, and I only had one TV that I would take back and forth from the living room to the bedroom, literally carrying it. He showed up at my apartment one day with a 70-inch flat-screen TV, so I didn't have to do that anymore. Every morning, he lays out all my supplements, my peptides, everything. Every morning. And he usually leaves a sticky note with it. About 5 months ago, the engine on his car blew, and he knew I hated my fucking car, so he offered to take my car, and I go get a new one. So, that's why I have a new truck, and he drives my old Ford Focus. I don't remember the last time I put gas in my truck. He meal preps all my chicken and my steak for me every week. I have BPD. He started reading a book on how to understand BPD more.
Okay. So he cooks for her. He drives her old car. She drives his masculine truck. Now, I'm not picking on this person at all. And later on in the video, she says she smokes. But if you see that jawline, she looks a little, you look at the shoulders. I mean, hey, listen, you come to your own conclusions. I think she takes some type of steroids. That's what I think. I think a lot of these women take steroids, like they're building up their upper bodies. It's very masculine. Like, it's one thing to build your lower body up, but when you build your upper body up, hey, some guys like that. I don't. That looks like, because I have to be careful because I can't even just, like, I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying, like, there's a skit that Jim Carrey used to do in Living Color, and he was portraying a fitness instructor. That was fine. That would be. I bet you can find these clips on here, and that's okay. But that's what it kind of reminds me of. You know, she has the long flowing hair, but the tonality is just like, I understand the tonality of a smoker, but that's a lot of women's tonality nowadays. That gruff, masculine tonality. Now, I was watching a movie called What About Bob? I don't know, about a year or two ago, and I noticed something about the doctor's wife. If you go watch that movie, which is a great movie with Bill, I forgot his name. Anyway, just look up What About Bob? Bill Murray. I think his name is something Schneider. I think he was in the movie Jaws. I forgot his name. Anyway, so so in the movie, his wife, the doctor's wife, listen to how she sounds. See, that's what I like. I like that tonality, the soft. And quite frankly, a lot of women who are available now, not all American women. Dude, the American women, they're pretty much, the good ones are taken. You know what I mean? It's a rarity to find a single one that is independent and doesn't display the masculine type of traits. I'm not attracted to masculine women. I'm just not. I will play that role of stay-at-home dad and taking care of things. However, I'm going to lead the relationship. If a woman makes a ton of money and it's like, yeah, I don't care. I'll just stay at home playing video games. I'll make sure the house is clean. Cool. Whatever. But when you come home, you know who's in charge. You pass the baton on to me. But, like, now it's one thing to let her drive your truck because her car's messed up and you want to make... Like, that sounds like a permanent thing. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not gonna do all that. And I don't expect a woman to do all that for me. You know what I mean? I don't expect me to work full time, her to work full time, her to come home and do everything around the house. I don't expect that. I think that's pretty ridiculous to a standard. She's not a slave. He's not a. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a team effort. If I see like my teammate struggling, I'm gonna pitch in and help. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, eh. If something needs to get done, I'm gonna pitch in and help. But yeah, that's what we have to pick from. I mean, stuff like that. That's the trajectory of the modern woman. And hey, good for you. I think that there's statistics coming out. They're saying all over the X. I don't know if it's true that there's more women on the payroll than men nowadays. I don't see it in the hardcore fields. Probably office jobs, but there are women that are that are tough, that do my work, but it's not as much as women who are in offices. But yeah, you guys are strong and independent, so we're gonna need you to come out here and dig ditches, work in septic tanks, become master welders. We're gonna need you, and not just a couple, not just a trickle. We're gonna need like a bunch. Well, because like we like, what do you want us to do? You're gonna have to come out. Like you want to compete with us. You want to be equal, which is fine. I'm fine with equal rights, equal human rights, but we're not the same. Like a lot of these women just live in a completely different world than us, and that's what's frustrating. You're seeing a lot of guys just exit the dating market. And I've said this before. When AI gets really good with the AI girlfriends, like, you could sit here and FaceTime. Let me FaceTime my AI. Oh, what's going on? You just sit there and literally FaceTime and she looks real. Show me your background. Show me where you live. Hey, come with me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you. And she'd be like, whatever, can respond. Oh, that's cool. I like that. What do you like better, this one or this one? Because a lot, what I've noticed is a lot of relationships, a lot of it's just pretty much online. Texting, we have to go through the robot before, you know what I mean? It's just, I know in-person relationships are a little bit more than that. But there's a lot of relationships that are basically in the cloud. It's just, the whole thing is basically online. So it's almost like, well, you haven't been in person with me really anyway. Maybe once in a while we hang out. But I'm just going to replace you with this robot. And they're going to do it with us too. But the difference is, like, holding down everything yourself, like everything, without getting like help. Oh, I need my tire changed. Well, you know what I mean? I seen a video of a woman sitting and saying, "No, guys, just stopping to change my tire." Well, you get, if my car breaks down, I call a tow truck, and they tow it. Okay, that's what being an adult is. You don't just sit there like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I can't change my tire." Then you call someone out to do it. Like, why am I gonna stop and fix your tire? You know, if it's like extreme weather, yeah, I'll stop and. But we all have phones. Can they not? No, they just want people just to do stuff for free for them. That's what it is. Can you do this for free? Can you do? I don't want to spend my money because I need a 12th handbag. Uh, and my value is more than just whatever it takes to make you happy. That's my value is way more than that. My value is, if you're in my life, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to guide you. And if you and if you don't if you don't respect my boundaries, and a classical thing, I know it's crazy, don't cheat on me, not just physically, but emotionally. There's no need for you to have these guy friends in the background. You want to have guy friends, go be with them. Leave me the hell alone. Oh, that's too much. You're insecure. Okay, so are you, because if I do it to you, you'll have a problem with it. It's called human nature. It's called respecting my boundaries. It's called self-respect. But if you want to label it as something else because it benefits you, that's the problem with them. All these double standards. It's like, oh, I want to go out to a girls' night. I want to go out to a girls' vacation. Girls, we all know what happens with that. But if I do it, then it's a problem. It's just trying to control, and I'm not going to be controlled. That's number one. I'm going to have rules on both sides if I'm going to have a relationship. You're not going to sit here and ghost me. You're not going to sit here and, like ghost me and come back and be like, no. You're not going to have all these guys that you're talking to on the side. You're not going to be on live talking to all these guys if you're like rich, cool. If I know like that's what you are, cool. And honestly, I know it sounds weird, but in certain circumstances, like I would date a retired porn star, a retired one. Not a current one, not one she's out right now with other guys. Hey, you made a lot of money, you're rich, you can get past all the, we're going to go live our lives off grid somewhere. We're not going to be on the internet. We're not going to do any of this. We're going to live a classical, peaceful lifestyle. We're not going to even be on the internet no more. I know it sounds crazy, but if she's rich, if somebody like a Brandy Love came to me, hey, let's go. You think I'm going to say, no, I'm just going to go ahead and keep grinding, going nowhere. Like, but if she's currently doing it, no, I'm not going to put up with that. Because who the hell am I? Like, I've been with a lot of people myself, so it's kind of hypocritical for me to be like, oh, you can. I don't expect a virgin. And in fact, when I was dating, if I suspected somebody had a lower body count because I was not being mature, like I didn't want to, contribute to destroying her for the next guy. So like I met this one woman, she was 28-year-old virgin, and if I would have kept the relationship going, I could have easily taken that. But she's on my Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat no more, but like she puts up some family, like she met a good dude to have a family. Like I feel like if I would have corrupted her. You know what I mean? And maybe she'll be corrupted, but it's just like somebody held their, and she could have been lying. I don't think so, but she could have been lying to me. But even if she wasn't, she didn't have a high body count, and it's kind of like I wanted the damaged ones when I was sleeping around. I didn't want. I didn't also too. I didn't want to waste. At this point, if I was to date, I wouldn't care anymore because they've already wasted their time. But when I was dating, if I was talking to like they didn't have kids and they're 38, I didn't want to waste their time. But now, yeah, if I go back into the dating market and I do what I did before, I'm not going to care. They've already wasted their time. They've had a good 20 years of wanting to start and then they want to wait till the last minute. No, that's their problem. It's like, whatever, I don't care. Am I a piece of crap for saying that? Maybe. But you've literally had 20 years. You know that when you're 40, it's going to be really hard to get pregnant. You wasted all that time. Like, you didn't have suitors the whole way. You didn't have good suitors. No, you just wanted to party it up and whatever. Pursue your materialistic goals. Anyway, I think I'm gonna cut this off. But yeah, that's like, how am I supposed to? These red pill guys. Oh, you gotta. How am I supposed to be motivated to be the best version of myself or something like that? That's not motivating to me.